Speaking of trick-or-treat, Halloween is coming up. You probably noticed decorations lining the halls of your local grocery store sometime in July. Never be too early. A reminder to all parents, Halloween really is just a litmus test to see how they handle their child's more adult addictions later down the line. Sugar is just a primer for alcoholism and cocaine. Sorry, rehab's expensive. Save up now. A haunted house actor, very sad story here, in Berea, Ohio, stabs an 11-year-old boy who was just there with his mom to say, hey, let's have some fun. Let's trick or treat. He picked the wrong option. He got tricked. Told the actor, I'm not afraid of that knife. It's not real. The actor then proceeded to stab the boy in the foot. Literally, that's exactly what happened. That knife isn't real. I'm not afraid, which is great parenting, of course, not really, because now the child has the best, parents in the world to say, listen, you don't be afraid of anything. All this is make-believe. But now the trust is broken. This kid had the right mindset, and now he's developed a nugget of distrust that's gonna grow into something as he gets older. Some psychological problem. He's completely fucked. He doesn't realize it's gonna grow into something about I can't trust authority figures. Maybe he drops out of college because he's no, fuck the man. It just builds into something all because his parents said monsters aren't real. You can't get hurt at this haunted house, and he was stabbed. I remember I love haunted houses. I think there's something about taking a girl that you like to a haunted house is just, there's something about it's a aphrodisiac. It's almost like a date rape drug. Haunted houses, Rohypnol, GHB, they're the same thing. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's not what I've done. What am I saying? I feel like it is though. No, some things guys do that are kind of unwritten, guys are guys and they're kind of horny. It's just the way they are. I've never done this with someone not in a relationship, so it's not a date rape drug from my experience, but I can see how it is. That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I talk, I'm just talking. I'm what, do you realize what you're saying right now? You sound like a fucking, I know, I'm not. Girlfriends, girls I've been in long-term relationships with for years, would take them to haunted houses at times. October, nice cold weather. It's oh, this is fantastic. Crisp. Afterwards, have a nice dinner, go drive through the country or some bullshit. It's nice. Love it. Great time. It's something very simple. When I was a kid, there was a haunted house in Maryland. Fancy. That was neat, cool, awesome. At the end of the haunted house, you think it was over because you'd walk right out into a garden. The end of the haunted house is like a tunnel, and the tunnel led into another part of the outside portion of the whole theatrics. It was like a hedge maze, and a guy, once you think you're done, runs after you in leather mask. That's the chainsaw guy, Leatherface. He ran after me, and he had a chainsaw. And me not realizing oh, well, a chainsaw, what's the difference between the chainsaw sound without the chain or with the chain? I don't know if there is, but to me it was oh my god, there's a chainsaw. Technically, that guy could hurt me and not intend to. I was analytical about it as a kid when I was 5 or 6. I run for my life, and then I in a full sprint, I dive down as he gains on me. And I'm already tall. I was always tall. And it had a good speed. He's gaining on me. I duck down because he's right behind me with the chainsaw. I can hear it. And I skin my knees, rip the flesh off on the gravel. And the guy, he knows that I hurt myself. I'm a little kid. He feels so bad. He pats me on the back. He's I'm so sorry. I hope you're okay. I'm I'm sorry. Anyway, I love it. I didn't cry or anything. I was just whoops. Yeah, this is fake. Well, it's not necessarily fake. It might have been real. That might have been a real chainsaw. All chainsaws, from my perspective at the time, they might hurt people. He could be a competent idiot with a chainsaw. He could be a legitimate person that likes to kill kids that got a job at the haunted house. And they haven't caught him yet, and he was looking for the right guy to kill. And it was me, because I'm tall. And he's I like to kill tall kids because I'm 5'11", And that kid's 5'10", but he's 5, so I know he's gonna be a lot taller. He's gonna take the girls that I would have gotten that, the guys that were taller at school got, and it really upsets me, so I'm gonna cut off his head. Cut him down to size. Permanently. Something like that. I think of all crazy things all the time. It's weird, but since I was a kid, I would freak myself out with these hypotheticals. Some of my stand-up comedy stuff I've done in the past is surrealist takes. Weird surrealist takes. Doesn't make a lot of sense sometimes, but it's goofy. Anyway, I love haunted houses. I'm excited for Halloween. I think I'm going to be, I'm not going to tell you. I might use it as a bit.